सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमणिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। We have been seeing sit there if you like. Okay there? We have been seeing how there is a flow, the cosmic flow, where all the living beings participate. Everything participates in this flow except human beings. Everything participates. Everything is programmed to do whatever it is supposed to do. We, because we have free will, constantly clash and butt heads against the program. If one goat butts the head against another goat, then we don't know which one will win, because both are belonging to the same order of reality. Maybe one day, let's say both of them are of comparable strength. One day one wins, another day another one wins. But supposing you try to run very, very fast and then try to take down a tree, butt your head against the tree, what's going to happen?
Hospital.
Exactly. So, we'll be going places that you hadn't planned to go. Nothing happens to the tree, it's huge. It will probably outlive the person. So the flow is like that. If you butt head against the flow, then who is hurt? You are hurt, not the flow. Nothing happens to the flow. Although here we are told that there is a little bit of a disruption in the flow. And the ones who cause this disruption in the cosmic ecology are attracting what is called papa. It is papa. Not to participate is papa. And to withdraw one's participation is papa. And then, so we have seen that. Couple of more things to see in the verse before this one. Which one? Yajnashishtashinas santah, 13th verse. Muchyate sarvakilbishaihi bhunjate te tvagam papaha ye pachanti atmakaranat. So, we saw the straightforward meaning. Yajnashishtashinas santah. Yajna Shishta means leftover from Yajna. So the one Ashinaha, the one who Ashnati, who eat, the one who eats, the leftover of Yajna. What is the leftover of Yajna? It becomes Prasada. Why? Because it is offered to Bhagavan, then it becomes Prasada. So therefore we never eat food. What do we eat? Prasada. And as long as we are eating Prasada, there is no problem. No calories also it has, I am told. So there is no problem as long as we are eating prasada. But if we forget to offer, the offering is not, it doesn't have to be a huge ritual. It's the bhavana of the fact that so much has gone into bringing this food to the table. In Buddhism and certain sects of Zen Buddhism, they always meditate on how this food, they sit and think before they eat, how was this food produced, where it has come from, how many hands have gone into making this fit for my mouth, and taking the time to acknowledge that itself converts it into prasada. If it doesn't, it doesn't have to have any Sanskrit mantras or anything. So this is the straightforward meaning. There is a deeper meaning. Yajna Shishta Shinaha Santaha. Santaha here you take it straight away to mean saintly people. Santaha. Second instance, you take that to be saintly people who are what? Who are jnanis, who have Atma Jnanam. They are saintly people who have Atma Jnanam. They have self-knowledge. How did they get there? By converting everything into prasada. Whatever they ate, prasada. Whatever they drank, prasada. Whatever they got in life, prasada. Whatever they liked, prasada. Whatever they did not like, double prasada. This is how they became saintly. This is how they became knowledgeable. This is how they got adhikaritvam for knowledge. They became qualified to gain this knowledge, and qualified to gain this knowledge, they gained this knowledge by treating everything as yajna and whatever is coming out of yajna as prasada. And we saw yajna in its broadest meaning, not just that which happens inside a little brick pit. Okay. Then Mujjante sarva kilbishaihi. Kilbishaihi papas. See, the thing is, we may feel, what papa am I doing? I'm not doing any papa. But daily there is a lot of papas that are done. There is a verse that says, Panchasunaha grihasthasya chulli peshinyupaskaraha. Then Kandani Chauda Kumbhascha Yahatu Vahayan Badhyate Yahatu Vahayan. In every household, Grihasthasya, for the householder, in the household there are 5 slaughterhouses. Slaughterhouses? I'm a vegetarian, how can I have a slaughterhouse? Slaughterhouses are there. In everyone's home, there are 5 killer spots, slaughterhouses. First one is called chulli, the stove, chulha. Chulli means chulha, the stove. Why? When you turn on the stove, what happens? Small insects get moksha, especially when they did not want to. And moths are attracted, they just go and commit suicide in the chulli. And then the next one is peshani. What is peshani? Grinding stone, where peshanam is done. And your chutney may include some non-vegetarian things once in a while. Okay, small insects, delicious chutney, but something has sacrificed itself unbeknownst to you. You think you are eating chutney, but there could be pieces of a centipede. Okay, so that is possible, very possible. And then upaskaraha. Upaskara means handheld instruments. Karaha, hand, upa, near the hand, whatever you hold, like jhadu, broom, and mop. Okay. So in the mop and broom, lot of things go. All right. Especially in the mop water, you will be putting phenyl and Lysol and all these things. And so things go tata bye bye in the mop. So upaskaraha. Kandani means when you do this kutna, what is that? Pounding. In the olden days, that's how they used to make masalas, pounding. So when you pound, some things go. All right. And so these are the 5 slaughterhouses. The broom and the mop, slaughterhouse, and then the fireplace, slaughterhouse, not fireplace, the place where you light the fire, slaughterhouse. Fireplace also slaughterhouse. And then what else? The grinding stone is another slaughterhouse. And then this pounding stone, mortar and pestle, that's what it's called. That's also another slaughterhouse. And then finally, the udakumbha, water pot. You think you're filling water so that it will be easy for you. But then something goes in the night, goes splash in the night. Usually things go bump in the night. This one goes splash, glub, glub, glub in the night, gone. Some lizard, something. It was curious. It just said, let's see what's in that pot. Fell down, died. Somebody was telling that one monkey, baby monkey, died in the tank of one of the buildings in the ashram. And it wasn't discovered for 2 months. Exactly. So these are all papa karma. Udakumbha also means tank. Okay. These are all papa karma. And so this attitude of yajna staves off these daily papas. See, these daily papas are unavoidable. Certain things you simply cannot coexist with. Okay. And so you end up destroying them and destroying their whole lineage and all these things. Like, can you live with bed bugs? No. Either they eat or you sleep. That's the choice. And the food happens to be your body. So therefore you have to destroy certain things, and that is inevitable. And because of that, no papa should take place and no papa should accrue to me. So the rest of the time I'm very mindful of this yajna, and I do everything to follow this cosmic ecology, this beautiful pattern of cosmic ecology. And this is how the saintly people also crossed samsara. So next one. Annad bhavanti bhutani Parjanyadanna sambhavaha यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यः यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम् तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्. There is an order that is described in this cosmic ecology. Annat bhavanti bhutani. Annat bhavanti bhutani. Beings are born of food. Not literally. It's not that one is born of food. One is born of food eaten and assimilated by the parents and converted into reproductive material. That's how one is born. And then, where did the food come from? If the beings came from food, where did the food come from? Parjanya. Parjanya means rains. Food comes from rains. Then, where did the rains come from? Yajna, the same yajna. This attitude of gratitude. A grumpy person who is not following the laws of the universe can say, I am not praying, I don't have attitude of gratitude, and then still it continues to rain. Look how much it rained so far. In the whole month of June, how much it rained. I didn't pray even once. I didn't have the attitude that this is yajna even once. So all this is just a cock and bull story. This is not real. This is all just lies, because obviously I haven't been having the attitude of yajna. I am not in prayer. I am not offering anything. Still it is raining. Yes, it is raining because the rest of the people are doing that. They are carrying your weight. We have to tell the person who says, I am abstaining and still it is raining. Look, other people are carrying your weight. That's why it is raining. Okay, so let them. Let them means what? Let them is okay, but then you are going to get the papa of not participating. That is how it has to be understood. You are going to reap the effects of abstaining when you need not have abstained from participation. It's okay if somebody is sick. It's okay if somebody is otherwise occupied, something is happening. They fell off the wagon for a bit, whatever. The Veda is very, very, very forgiving. Besides, there is also Prayashchitta Karma. What is Prayashchitta Karma? Atonement actions to do this. But so yajna means that yajna itself, interpreted in the broadest sense of the word, the sacrifice that people make to keep this world going comes back in the blessing of rains. Rains may come, but they may not come in a timely manner. Ativrishti, too much rain can come and destroy everything. Then avrishti, not enough rains, that is also there. So something about this cycle of rains, and it's very tangible. You can see the moisture. Sometimes you can see the moisture hanging on the Ganga. You can see that evaporating when the sun comes. It's very tangible. Then it is in the form of clouds, and then it blesses, because without rains there is no food, nothing. And don't say I will live on pizza, because pizza is also because of rain only. Yes, everything is because of rain. No rain, no food. And so these verses are there. This is like a verse taken from Manusmriti, Skanda Purana, etc., etc. Agnau prasta ahutihi samyak adityam upatisthate. Aditya jayate vrishtihi vrishtehe annam tataf praja. Same thing is expressed. So, this is the spirit of yajna. So, the oblations that I put into the fire are converted into, what did we hear this morning? Sun rays, sunbeams. And that sunbeams, in the form of punya, blesses everybody in the form of rains. Adityat samyak upatisthate. Then Aditya jayate vrishtihi. Out of these, one form of this blessing of the oblations. And the oblations here are not just, ball of rice or wood chips or ghee. Oblations include my karma, my actions that are done in tandem with dharma are the oblations here. Aditya jayate vrishtihi. Rain comes. Vrishtehe annam. And when the rain comes, the food is in plenty. Tataha praja. From there, beings come. And so this is from Skanda Purana. There is also a version of it in the Manusmriti. And that famous verse is talked about here. And this is how it is. This is the power of the attitude of yajna. Regardless of what other people are doing, I do my part. There is a story of a crazy king who wanted everybody to put 1 glass of milk into the lake. Why? Because he thought on a full moon night, I want to see a milky lake. Kings are very whimsical. So he wanted to see the lake on a full moon night full of milk. And so he started on new moon, announcing, sent the town crier out. It's order of the Maharaja. Everybody should put 1 glass of milk into the lake. And then he said, okay, then we'll take a moonlight stroll on when? Purnima, on the full moon night. We will take a moonlight stroll and there's already 1 moon in the sky and the lake will be another big moon. And it will be wonderful to enjoy this. Maybe I'll even have a milk bath, the king was thinking. And then to his shock, when he went for a walk, to his shock, what did he find? No milk, only water, not even little thin milk, nothing, not even the M of the milk was not there. And he was very angry, asked his minister to summon all the people right away, surround the lake, come. And they all came. Tell the truth, otherwise you'll be badly punished. Why isn't the lake milky like I wanted it? And each person said, I thought he would do it. If I didn't do it, no effect would be there. I don't matter. And the other one said, I thought she would do it. And after all, I'm just one person. Each one thinks like I'm just one person. And withdraws from this cosmic wheel. The cosmic ecology doesn't function that way. Even one person contributing makes a difference. Even one person polluting makes a difference. And even if we are hopeless about the state of climate change, about the state of pollutants and plastic and everything, one thing is for sure, that this body-mind-sense complex that you have been born with is not purposeless. There is a purpose, not just a purpose, many, many, many purposes. That is why it is there. Make use of it. As long as the breath is there in the body, do whatever is needing to be done. Must do whatever one is needing to do. This is what the teaching is. And then the next one says, karma, the ability to participate in action, the freedom of action, is born of the Veda. Veda here is called Brahma. So Brahma means many, many things. Brahman means Brahman, and Brahman means Brahmaji, as we see in the Mundakopanishad. And here one more meaning, Brahma means Veda. Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi. Vidhi. No karma to be born of the Veda. Because how else do I know what to do? How else do I know what not to do? It is from the Veda alone. Oh, but I have not read the Veda, you may say. Yeah, but the parents read the Veda or something like that, and then you see how the parents behave. There is something called Vriddha Vyavahara, the behavior of the elders. And so by osmosis you also learn, even though you may not have touched the Vedas. The Veda tells, Satyam Vada, speak the truth. Dharmanchara, follow dharma always. Swadhyaya anma pramadaha, do not neglect the study of your own Veda. At least one's own Veda must be studied. And then what? Acharyaya priyam dhanamahritya prajatantum ma vyavachhetsi. Very specific instruction is given. After you finish your studies and before you get married, please give the ashram money. Acharyaya priyam dhanam. Priyam dhanam means not what you consider priyam, what the Acharya considers priyam, give that. Because the Veda knows once the person is married, then you have to ask permission. Shall I give? How much to give? Everything has to be negotiated. That's why give before the marriage. It says all the specific instruction. How to give also it says. Kriya deyam, bhiya deyam, samvida deyam. Kriya deyam, give with modesty. Give in a way that it is not even known that you have given. Give something, whenever you give something to a Swami, it's always a hazardous thing. Okay? Yeah. So people sometimes tell the Swami, don't give it away to anybody else. For at least 3 months. Now they have started to give, make a little time thing. Don't give it to anybody else. Don't give what we have given to you. For at least, don't give it away. For at least 3 months, keep it. So like this. But generally what is there? Hriyadeyam. Hrihi means modesty. Bhiyadeyam. Give out of fear. Fear means respect here. Respect. And respect and a feeling, I have not done enough. I have not given enough. I can do more. Somebody asked Pujya Swamiji, how much is enough to give? Difficult question. But for him, nothing was difficult. You know what he said? Give until it hurts. If it does not hurt, that means you haven't given enough. Give until you feel, oh, I shouldn't have given this much. I should have kept some back for myself. Oh, what's going to happen to me? What is my future? How will I live? When you have these feelings, that means you have given enough. Just enough. This is what he used to say. So this is all ways of participating, and how do we know what this yajna is all about? Veda tells us. Veda tells us it is our duty to uphold ashrams and places of learning. It is our duty to uphold things that are made easy for pilgrimages. It is our duty to support temples. The Veda says all this. Vapi kupa tadagadi devata yatanani cha annapradanaha aramascha purtam iti abhidhiyate. Purta karma, reaching out actions. Digging bodies of water for people, for animals, for crops. Vapi, Kupa, Tadaka, all these covers all this. Devata Yatanam, temples. Annapradhanam, giving of food. Aramascha, building little shady places of retreat along the way to various temples. Even now, today in India, it is possible to go from Kanyakumari in the south to Srinagar in the north without spending anything. You just go from you go temple hopping. You go to one temple to another. Near a temple, if you sit in front of the temple, you will at noon time, you will always be given food, and then there will be places to stay, built by philanthropists, which doesn't charge anything. You just bring your sleeping bag or a little, chadar, bed sheets, and a pillow, and just lie down there. That is how you can still travel in India without really spending anything. So like this, how do we know that we should do all this? From the Veda. Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. Brahma here means what? Veda. So karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. And then what else? Brahma, where did this Veda come from? Akshara samudbhavam. Aksharat samudbhavam. What is Akshara? Brahman. This Brahman was born from that Brahman. This Veda was born of Brahman. Ishvara, Bhagavan. Bhagavan gave the Veda. In fact, it says that Bhagavan exhaled and the Vedas came out. When we exhale, carbon dioxide comes out. When Bhagavan exhales, what happens? Yeah. Rig Vedaha, Yajur Vedaha, Sama Vedaha, Atharva Vedaha, all of that comes out. Amazing, because Sarvavit and Sarvagyaha api. So Brahmaksharam Samudbhavam. And then what else? Next line. Tasmat, what is this Veda? Sarvagatam. Brahma is not, don't say, oh, that makes sense. Brahman is all pervasive. We are not talking of Brahman. Tasmat Sarvagatam Brahma. What is Sarvagatam? Veda. Veda is all pervasive. That is why it is not the property of India. It is not something just for Indians. It is for everybody, everywhere who would like to be in harmony with Ishvara, with what is. This is not the property of India. It helps everybody, everywhere. And in a way, even people who haven't studied the Veda have figured out Dharma, because that Dharma is in one's heart. And so they have figured it out, how to live in harmony. They have understood the value for that. So that is one way in which the Veda is Sarvagata. Sarvagata also means it is beneficial for all. Second meaning, it's beneficial for all. Not only is it available for all because it's not the property of one particular people, culture or country, it is also beneficial for everybody. It does not harm anyone ever. It is benefit, it is Hitaishini Sahasra Matravat. She, the Veda, is like a functional mother, 1,000 functional mothers. She has that much of a feeling of well-being for you, and she only seeks what is beneficial. Tasmat Sarvagatam Brahma Nityam Yajne Pratishthitam. How does the Veda express itself? Through Yajna. Therefore, if you are close to Yajna, you are close to Veda. And what is the Veda? It is close to Ishvara. It is the outbreath of Ishvara. And so, if you are close to Yajna, you are close to who? Ishvara. That is a very wonderful thing. You are close to Ishvara, you are never away from Ishvara, you are always with Ishvara. As long as you have the spirit of yajna and you are participating in your life without just saying, oh, if I just don't do it, nobody will notice. Nobody will understand, and also I'm so bad at what I do, they will probably be happy if I'm not there. These are the ways in which we justify our non-participation. Because first there is the influence of tamas, and behind this tamas is low self-confidence. I'm so bad at everything, I don't fit anywhere. I am so sad that nobody will even miss me if I don't do. Like the pot which had a hole. You know the story of the pot which had a hole? Yeah? No?
No.
So there was a Shiva temple on top of the hill. And then this man's job was to take a stick and have 2 pots of water, climb up the hill and give it for Abhisheka. 2 pots were needed, small Shivalinga, small temple. One pot had a small leak, drip, 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 drip. As they went uphill, it used to become half, not full. Lord Shiva was getting, instead of 2 pots of water, he was getting how much? 1.5 pots of water. So the pot with the hole had a lot of self-confidence issues. I'm so sad. I'm not doing my job. I'm only doing half of my job. The other pot is carrying its weight. I am just half by the time I'm going there. And the other pot was not keeping quiet. It was pointing to this pot and saying, you're a crackpot. That's why you are only bringing half the water upstairs. So every day it cried itself to sleep. And then this is of course assuming the pot had a human mind. And Lord Shiva himself came into the dream of this pot. Why are you crying? No, I'm not serving anybody, I'm not serving you well. I'm cheating, I'm no good, I can't even carry water up the hill. All I'm supposed to do is carry water, and even that I can't do properly. My whole life is ruined, I'm an idiot. And Lord Shiva says, let's go for a walk. Okay, it is all happening in the dream. And then he takes the pot up the hill. Look on the left side, look on the right side. And the pot looks on the right side. Lots of wild flowers have come. Small bushes, flower bushes and wild flowers have come. It's all green. The other side is not. And then Lord Shiva tells the pot, see, you have contributed even with your imperfections. You have contributed. You have made the mountain a very pleasant place for people to come. You are not only contributing water, you are contributing flowers. People can pick flowers and offer to the Shivalinga, and you see, you are actually contributing more than your might. And this is something so beautiful. And so the story goes that the pot was finally very happy and it threw all its self-confidence issues out of the window. So in this way, everybody has challenges. Everybody, on the physical level, empirical level, there are limitations. Body-wise limitations, mind-wise limitations, senses-wise limitations. But what do we do to these limitations? We fan the flames of the limitations by privatizing them. These are my limitations. What's wrong with me? How come I am not doing this? I should do better. But instead you just say, this is how it is. You try to change whatever you can, but suppose you can't change it, this is how it is. So even the imperfections are offered up as yajna, and they become tools for Bhagavan to use in this yajna, in this cosmic yajna, This is what is the message of the verse. Then next one. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayati hayaha aghayurindriya ramaha mogham partha sajivati. A few more name calling by the Lord. 3 names he calls for people he has reserved. 3 choice names for people who don't participate in this chakra. Pravartitam, that which has been set into motion. What? Chakra, wheel. Like a cosmic wheel that Bhagavan has already set into motion. And when did he set it into motion? With the onset of creation, manifestation. This was also set into motion. Na anuvartayati, the one who says, I am not going to follow. You all go do whatever you want to do. I am not going to follow. I am just going to do my own thing. I am not going to contribute. I am neither going to contribute nor going to participate. In fact, the wheel is going and I am going to put a stick in the wheel. If you put a stick in the wheel, what happens? It stops. Sometimes the whole cart topples over. Everybody falls down. So, your non-participation is like actually grinding things to a halt at best, or even disrupting the order at worst, at least for a little while. We don't have the power to totally disrupt the order, but we can certainly disrupt it for some time. We can cause disturbance by non-participation or by participating in our own way rather than doing what is meant to be done. So what of these people? Bhagavan has 3 names for them. Aghayuhu. Agha means papa. Ayu means life. The one for whom the whole life is papa. Agham eva ayuhu yasya saha aghayuhu. So the one for whom the whole life is papa. Papa filled life. Then Indriya Ramaha. Indriya Ramaha means the one whose life, whose purpose is only for sense pleasures. The one who has devoted herself or himself to the pursuit of sensory pleasures. Indriya Rama. 2 names Bhagavan has. And what is the 3rd name? Mogham Partha. Hey Partha, Mogham Sajivati. Mogha means useless, wasteful. They are a burden to Mother Earth. When they walk, Mother Earth goes, oh no, help, spare me. Oh, not her again, not him again, not them again. Mother Earth cries. Such people who are a burden on the mother, and then their whole life is wasteful. Wasted life. Totally wasted. And no matter what their occupation, it does not mean that somebody who is, in a top position is not having a wasteful life, but somebody in a lowly position is wasting the life. No. Even the people on the top, because of scandals, corruption, not an inability to share, they keep everything for themselves. It is said that those 3 years during the pandemic, from 2019 to 2022, the rich got richer by at least 50%. They became 1.5 times richer than they were. How is this possible? Nobody knows, but they have done studies on this. So it doesn't mean that somebody whatever work they have to do doesn't matter. No, even people in the top or the bottom or the middle, if they are not doing what needs to be done, then definitely the mind will become first idle. First it will become dull and idle. Eclipsed by this dullness, what will it do? It will start contemplating on things which are not supposed to be done, and then it will go down the road of doing the things that are not supposed to be done, just because one can get away with it. One can get away with many things. There are loopholes everywhere. Tax loopholes are there. So many things. Insurance loopholes are there. And because of these loopholes, one can get away with many things. So this is the broadest and the most profound view of Karma Yoga. And this kind of yoga for growth, why should I participate? Because I can. First reason. Second, because I have the ability. I am a good fit. I can. First reason. Second reason is because I want moksha, I want self-growth. Without antahkarana shuddhi, there is no moksha, and participating in the cosmic ecology gives me antahkarana shuddhi. Second reason. And the third reason is, if I can help somebody, why not help? That's what it is. I can help. I can be of help. I can make a difference. I can make a difference, so why not participate in this? And so, this is for whom? For the people pursuing moksha. And for the people who probably don't even know how to spell moksha, but they want some kind of a freedom from conflict. So if you tell them, look, this is Bhagavan's order and this is what one has to do, there is a kind of relief. Because everyone loves harmony. So there is a relief, there is a way they can participate. Everybody likes to participate, generally speaking. So this can be taken in two ways. For the karmathas also this is a wonderful opening to grow, and for the karma yogis this is a compulsory marga. This is not optional. Self-growth, emotional maturity are not optional for a mumukshu. They are absolutely needed. And this is the quickest and the best ways. The question then arises, how long to do karma? Lifelong one must do karma. Lifelong one must do karma yoga. What is the length of time needed for karma yoga? When this question comes, the answer is that karma yoga is for people who are on the way to becoming jnanis. Karma yoga is not for the jnanis. Then what kind of karma should the jnani do? There are no injunctions, no prohibitions. The jnani is absolved from karma. The jnani is absolved from participating in this cosmic wheel. You may say, not fair. What if the jnani is polluting the environment? Jnani will not pollute the environment, period. Why? Because dharma has been internalized. Jnani will not be polluting the environment. And jnani is free to do, free not to do. And that is what is talked about in the next couple of verses. Let us look at them. Yastvātmaratirev syāt Atmatriptascha manavah Atmanyeva ca santushtah tasya karyam na vidyate naiva tasya kritenarthah na kriteneha kaschana na chasya sarvabhuteshu कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः यह तु whereas Arjuna the one atmaratihi eva syat. Let's say there is atmaratihi as distinguished from atma ramah, indriya ramah, and here it is atmaratihi. Indriya, both from the root verb ram, not rum, okay, ram, ram to revel. So yahatu atmaratihi, there what? Indriya ratihi. Ratihi means revelry in the sense objects. Here ratihi means what? Revelry in atma. Atmaratihi, not indriya ratihi or indriya vishaya ramah. No, ramah is masculine, ratihi is feminine now. Same meaning. So there the person was indulging in sense objects and connected to the sense organs, all kinds of things. And here the person is indulging in what? In the glory of oneself. Glory of oneself means what? The knowledge of the self is so complete and so profound that one does not feel like filling oneself up from something else that is out there. This is what I need to have a good day. I need to go to a cafe, then I will have a good day. That feeling is not there. If I don't go to the cafe, I will have a bad day. If I don't do this, I will be in a terrible mood. This is not there. So that doesn't mean you will not see a jnani in a cafe, but this only means that there is no causal connection between coffee and then one's mood being offy. Okay, yeah, so there is no causal connection between not having something and then that telling immediately upon one's well-being, mental or physical, emotional. So this is the idea. Yahatu atmaratihi eva syat. Atmatriptascha. Atmani triptah. Fulfill just being oneself. Happy being who they are, how they are, however they are. Happy being whatever they are. Atmani eva santushtasya tasya karyam na vidyate. There is nothing for them to do because all doing is from a sense of incompletion centered on the I. A sense of wanting to be secure. Freedom from insecurity is the cause of all action. And so as long as one is insecure, then the options are too many. As long as one says, I have understood myself to be the source and the foundation of all security, the options get less and less. The more you know this knowledge, the less you want to do because there is nothing to achieve. There is nothing to achieve because the jnani knows, okay, I'll go to the cafe, so what? 10 minutes I'll feel good. Again this will come. So the jnani has been there, done that. So will the jnani not have a bad mood? Generally no. But then in the Sthita Prajna section we saw Dukkheshu Anudvigna Manaha. Anudvigna Manaha means even in the event of sorrow or difficulties of any kind, adhidaivika, adhibhautika, adhyatmika, the person is not afflicted, is not emotionally all in a big turmoil. Tasya karyam na vidyate, there is nothing prescribed for this person, because all prescriptions are for the ones who are sick. So what is the disease? Bhavaroga, the disease of becoming. Samsara is called bhava. So prescriptions are for sick. If one is well and still you keep on writing them prescription, take these antibiotics, take these probiotics, take these prebiotics, take this, take that, take that. Why will they take it? They'll say, I don't want, I'm all right. I don't want it. But the sick ones are standing in queue. Help me, save me, give me a pill. Chill pill, that's what you have to take, according to Bhagavad Gita. So, give me a pill, do this for me, do that for me, make this fever go away. What is this fever? This fever that is described in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is the fever of wrong identification with the body, with the mind, with the senses. That's the fever. The fever of insecurity, the fever of wanting to produce something called happiness in order to be contented with who I am. And this happiness is not a product. That one doesn't know. So one is feverishly producing something that is not a product, and then so because you can't produce the infinite, you are only reproducing the finite. The finite constantly disappoints. There's one thing infinite about the finite. What is that? It infinitely disappoints. That's what it is, infinite about the finite. It keeps being disappointing, and then therefore you keep doing more things. You keep taking guidance of gods and gurus. What should I do? How should I do? Where should I go? What should I do? It's all because one has the symptoms of bhavaroga. What are the symptoms of bhavaroga? I want. I want to be more. I want to become what? More accomplished, more friendly, more accommodative, more famous, more rich. All these things I want, long list. So the prescriptions of do's and don'ts are for the sick, not for the one who has thrown off the sickness and has got lifelong immunity from that sickness. Bhavaroga is gone. That's why Lord is called Bhavaroga Bhishak. The Vaidya, the doctor of Bhavaroga, the original doctor. And so, here it says that for such a person, Tasya Karyam na Vidyate. Why not Tasya Karyam na Vidyate? Why are they absolved? Na eva Tasya Kritena Arthaha. Arthaha, purpose. No purpose is served by these jnanis doing something. And no purpose is served by them not doing anything. Na akritena iha kaschana. Nothing is served. Nacha avai. Why is that? Because they are not depending on anybody for emotional security. Nacha asya sarva bhuteshu kaschit arthavyapashrayah. Arthavyapashrayah means they are not depending on other beings to make their lives more meaningful. They are not depending on anybody. For food, yes, the basic things, food, shelter, clothing, that's okay, that's allowed in the Shastra. But that is not called dependence. What is dependence? Dependence is like codependence. You lean on somebody for them to take care of you emotionally. That they don't have. And whoever doesn't have that is either a jnani or well on their way to Atma Jnanam. And such a person doing something, they are not going to do anything to get something out of it. And if they do something, they will do it for the benefit of the whole world. It will be told later. Krishna will give himself as an example. Whatever they do will benefit the whole world. It is not for their benefit that they are doing. It is for what is called Loka Sangraha. We'll see that portion tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. 8:15 question and answers.